It's been less than a week since the U.S. announced a 10% tariff against Colombia, which struck a deal in January to accept U.S. deportees to avoid tariffs as high as 50%. But a 10% duty on Colombian goods will still be damaging. The U.S. is Colombia's biggest trading partner, accounting for 28% of Colombia's total exports. In Bogotá, citizens expressed a wide range of emotions.
I think this is terrible. I know the president can do what he wants on his land, but this affects everyone.
Pero conocemos a Trump, ¿no?
Trump likes to negotiate. Maybe he's putting this on the table to back down later. That's what we are hoping for future world balance. I think we can be hopeful because ours is one of the lowest tariffs compared to others.
In recent years, the top 3 Colombian exports to the U.S. have been crude oil, coffee, and cut flowers. The U.S. has exempted crude oil from the 10% tariff along with gold, but coffee, flowers, and other agricultural exports will be hit.
All abrupt changes are bad for the economy. It will be bad for the clients, for the producers, because they don't know how it will pan out. Investments were made based on certain projected income, so people step back.
One Colombian economist says the effects will be seen on a case-by-case basis. Coffee, for example, it's one of the country's top exports, but other big coffee exporters like Brazil and Vietnam face much higher tariffs than Colombia.
We produce textiles, for example, that are sold to the US, and we directly compete with countries in Asia who have been assigned tariffs of 45, 50, 60% like Cambodia and Vietnam, and they lose value in their market versus Colombia, which has a tariff of 10%.
Colombia's government has downplayed the impact and has maintained a diplomatic tone with no reciprocal duties in the short term.
If Colombia can be under the radar with all the political upheaval, it could negotiate bilaterally. Sellers of banana, flowers, coffee, textiles could find an opportunity, but they must work with the government to negotiate and take any proposal to the US.
Right now, it's a waiting game as industries study and analyze their next moves. The livelihoods of hundreds of thousands of agricultural producers are at stake. Any trade conflicts with Colombia's largest trading partner could ripple throughout the entire economy. Begue, CGTN, Bogotá.